So last time I had mentioned regarding creating a video on how to check stocks using Screener. So this time I've come up a pretty detailed video on the same, and I think it's very informative, and I think you guys should really check that video. And yeah, let's get into it. So in this video, I'm going to be showing how to use Screener to check out a stock. Firstly, type in screener.in. You have arrived. Now let's say you want to check out the stock. Search here on the right side. Say Hindustan Unilever. See, it gives you all the information: market cap, current P, dividend yield, ROE, ROC, JOPI, and you can see the historical price performance of the stock. Setting, the periods are shown depending on whichever periods you want to check out. So this is like the all-time growth from whenever the period the stock was listed. That is what max means. And it quickly also shows the peer companies as well, and has default came up with some certain measures like ROE, PEG, based on which you can make a comparison across these stocks. And then you have the quarterly results, the income statement, profit and loss statement. Then you have the balance sheet and cash flows. Caesar gives a really condensed view of whatever that we're trying to look at. So if you notice, fixed asset purchase gives you the view of the capex, and financing activity, you can see exactly how much dividends were issued. And if you go to the profit and loss account, this OPM, operating margin, is basically EBITDA margin given. So again, you don't have to do any calculation. Everything is calculated real time, and it's updated. That's, I think, it's a very important feature. And each here you can see the debtor days, inventory days, days payable, the cash conversion cycle, ROC, everything is given. So if you're looking at the working capital, this is immensely helpful. And then you have the shareholding pattern: how much is held by promoters, how much is held by foreign investors, how much is held by any mutual funds currently holding the stock. If you look at the current period, the March 2024 last reported, SBI holds, LICI holds, etc. And does government hold any stock? Similarly, they also give you uh, the annual reports, credit reports of the company, last conference calls held with analysts, the transcript, everything सब यहीं से मिल जाएगा आपको. And but the most important thing about Screener, what you really want to do is you want to create a stock screen. So you can access this from tools, create a stock screen. Let's say you can type in any query. So let's say you want to look at market capitalization greater than, I'm just putting in some default numbers, 1,000 crores, let's say. And then you are looking at the ROC. Thing in formula you have to write and as well. So that's it, takes into account each metric that we are giving. So let's say return on capital employed, it will show you. Then you have to give it greater than 25%. So if you just give return on capital employed, it will only show you the past 1 year, but here you'll get the option. It's a, for example, if you want to get the average ROC for last 5 years, is the option. And then you can put in the next one. Let's say you're looking at, you want the net profit margin for the last profit. Let me check. Sec, PAT, profit after tax. Uh, margin NPM. So average in average net profit margin. I don't know, for some reason I'm not able to get the net profit margin. See, there must be an option. Let's say leave it. So if you want to include any other thing as well, let's say average EBIT or EBIT margin, let's say for the last 5 years, has been greater than say 100, whatever it is. Again, default numbers, just to make you understand. And then return on equity. average return on equity last 5 years, you want it to be more than a certain percentage, again you can put in that. So then you can check this option for companies which have issued March 24 results, or it's up to you. And then you run this query. See, it gives all the companies which that fulfills that particular criteria that you just mentioned. So it's like a really immensely helpful tool, which is it's absolutely free. That's the thing. You don't have to do anything super geeky or something. So you get all these names. Again, you can update it, you can run it again, you can create a custom formula. See, and they actually give a detailed guide here as well on how to create screen, just as I'm doing it here. So, but you have to check which measure, and sometimes some measures are for 5 years, as we've seen, is some for 3 years. That is what I'm saying is, say, if you have average earnings or operating margin, let's say EBITDA margin we're talking about, and operating margin, see, you have the option of setting 5 year, 10 year, last year, whichever it is. It all depends on whatever you want to do. So again, it's a really helpful tool, immensely helpful. As a research analyst, as a regular investor, आप जो भी कर रहा है, मतलब if you are in the field of equity markets, this is like a no brainer. And thank you for watching, and I will be coming up with more videos. Thanks.